Hello everyone and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. In today's video I just want to go over some exotics that I think are really great for the Voidwalker subclass on Warlocks. I'm just trying to help out anyone who may be new to the game or new to playing Warlocks and is playing the Voidwalker subclass. So I have 3 exotics that you should be on the lookout for, whether you get it from Xur or you get it as a world drop. Make sure to keep hold of one of these exotics. So in this video I go over the 3 exotics, I look at their perks, and I have some example gameplay of the exotic in action. So with that said, let's get right into the video. Alright, so the first exotic I want to talk about in this video actually makes Nova Warp somewhat usable in the Crucible still, and that one is the Astrocyte Verse. So let's take a look at that one. Alright, here's the ever so beautiful Astrocyte Verse, and here's its lovely exotic perk, Move to Survive, so you can blink further and more frequently, weapon readies quickly out of blink, and radar remains up. As I mentioned earlier, this actually makes Nova Warp semi-viable in the Crucible, because instead of using the Nova Warp built-in blink, you use your regular blink with the Astrocyte Verse, and you can traverse the map a lot better and close the gap on your targets quite a bit easier. Alright, so let's check out Astrocyte Verse in action. Here is the blink distance without Astrocyte Verse. And here's the blink distance with Astrocyte Verse. Now here I'm doing straight vertical jumps with Astrocyte Verse on. And now my vertical distance after I've taken it off is quite a bit different. Here's a quick example of me traversing the Tribute Hall without Astrocyte Verse. And this is with Astrocyte Verse. Alright, so the next exotic I want to talk about flies under the radar of a lot of people, but I think there's a few people out there who know its true potential, and that exotic is the Nezerec Sin. So let's take a look at that real quick. Alright, Nezerec Sin. Well, as you can see, it's another cool looking exotic for the Voidwalker, and it's not specific to the Voidwalker, but it really gains good synergy from using your Void abilities. So let's take a look at the exotic perk on this one. So, Abyssal Extractors. Void damage kills increase ability recharge rate. Sounds pretty simple. We'll see how effective that is coming up here soon. So as I mentioned, you don't have to be on Voidwalker because you can use a Void weapon to gain the benefits of Abyssal Extractors, whether or not you're using a Void subclass, Arc subclass, or Solar subclass. So you can use it on any, but it gains that upper edge on the Voidwalker subclass because you're also using Void abilities and supers, so you'll constantly have more uptime on the Abyssal Extractors trait. Here's the base cooldown of a grenade with tier 7 discipline. It's about 45 seconds. Now we're going to keep that tier 7 discipline and put Nezerec Sin on it. And now I'm going to get the Abyssal Extractors perk going first before I throw my grenade. And then I throw my grenade, and keep Abyssal Extractors going by getting Void weapon kills. I do that so that I have Abyssal Extractors going during the entirety of the grenade cooldown. As we can see, tier 7 discipline without 45 seconds, with 16 seconds, so it only takes 35% of the base cooldown at tier 7 discipline. Now I have tier 2 strength, which is a minute and 25 seconds or 85 seconds. Alright, that was quite a bit faster. If we remember, at tier 2 strength without Nezerec, it's 85 seconds. At tier 2 with Nezerec, that's now 20 seconds. That's only 24% of the base cooldown at tier 2. It takes 4 minutes and 31 seconds to get my super at tier 5 intellect. Now I'm going to get Abyssal Extractors going again and see how long it takes after the fact. It only took us a minute 36 to get our super back with Abyssal Extractors active the entire time. So with tier 5 intellect, it's normally 271 seconds. Now it's 96 seconds. That's 35% of the base cooldown. So you get your super much faster. Alright, so the final exotic I want to talk about for Voidwalkers is one of my personal favorites. It was my favorite back when handheld Supernova was a menace in the Crucible, and it's still one of my favorites today. Especially during Season of the Undying and Season of Arrivals, because you have this mod on your artifact. Oppressive Darkness, causing damage with a Void Grenade adds a weaken effect to combatants. So now if we take a look at what Contraverse Hold does, we'll see the synergy there. So Chaotic Exchanger is the exotic trait on this. You resist incoming damage while charging your Void Grenade. With Chaos Accelerant, Feed the Void, or Handheld Supernova. Charged Void Grenades return a random amount of energy on hit. So this isn't super great for the Devourer Warlock because you're not hitting anything with your grenade when you're charging it. You're actually consuming it to get the Devour trait. But you do get that damage reduction while you're performing that. But aside from that, there's really no benefit to using this on the Devourer Warlock. I prefer it for top tree or middle tree. I've personally found that random amount of grenade energy you get back on hit is quite generous in most circumstances. And even if not, there's another nice synergy with this subclass as you go to your melee ability here. Entropic Pull. You strike an enemy with this melee to drain your enemy's life force and use it to recharge your grenade. So if your Contraverse Hold doesn't get your grenade ability back, all you have to do is go hit an enemy with your melee ability and you'll be able to get about half your grenade energy back from just hitting somebody with your charged melee. With that said, let's take a look at Contraverse Hold in action. As we've seen here, the random amount of grenade energy you get back can be quite respectable at times. And as I mentioned before, even if you don't get your entire grenade back, you can always melee an enemy provided your melee is charged and gain even more grenade energy back. See, I only have 50% of my grenade here. I go and melee the enemy, I gain back the rest. And then I can keep throwing grenades. Alright, I just want to thank anyone who stopped by and watched this video today. If the video helped you in any way, please like the video. It helps other people find it, and maybe it can help other people find exotics that they can use on their Voidwalker Warlock. Also, if you want to help my channel grow and you want to see more videos from me, please consider subscribing to the channel. Alright, and that's all I have for this video. I'll catch you in the next one.